Nerk. Okay. Let me share the board. Wow. Okay, well. So.
I scared about my neighbor because he's like,
oh, she's screaming.
he
Yeah.
he's screaming.
He's shouting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's like, why did I have like a bad wife? You need to die.
Really? And they're in the street or no, at home?
At home, yeah, now.
Of course.
He hits him wife. Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you should call the police.
No, I can't.
Of course, I mean your parents, not you, but it's like, why? Why did he hit her? It's not good. Oh, but of course we can't do anything about it, so.
Outside? You listen outside? Someone is screaming?
No, I can't hear.
You can hear that? Oh my god.
No, maybe it's because it's outside, so I can't get the noise, so I can't hear anything. Oh, but you can hear. Still a lot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a long time. It's 15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Yeah, really?
Yes.
Why are they arguing for 15 minutes? It's so long time, so that's not good. Okay, well, now let's get started. Let's see. Oh, I was sharing screen, yes or no? No, yeah, of course, I'm sharing. Okay, first, let's see this one. New York City.
New
So,
York.
do you know anything about New York? Do you know anything about it? Or no?
I think New York City is a big New York in the USA.
Yeah, of course, perfect. And what else?
Oh my god.
So what happened?
He hit her wife by the pan.
What?
He hit her
Oh,
wife.
my
Yeah,
God.
about him. Yeah, you know, last month. Last month. Last month he
Oh.
he 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 hit her wife too. And yeah, and her daughter too, and he has three children, two daughters and one son.
And he hits them? Okay, he always hit them?
No, he only hits him wife, the daughter and
Oh,
the daughter. Yeah, two daughters say, no, Dad, don't do that, don't
of
do that.
course. They should be really scared. It's not fair. They should be really scared.
The son of them only 3 years old. One of them like crying.
Oh, poor kids. Ah, unfortunately, there is nothing that we can do about it.
I remember my dad told me don't near them, don't go near them,
Of
because
course, your dad is right.
that that man like always drink alcohol.
Oh, so of course I got it. So that is the reason that why he hits his wife. So I got it. So yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe now he's drunk. Who knows? So maybe because of this.
maybe when you go near them, he can hit you.
Of course, it might happen. So who knows? It's like, of course, he can't
My dad said.
control. Yeah, of course, your dad is right. Definitely
Uh,
right.
my dad said, uh, him dad, him parents have a lot of money
His
from his,
parents,
yeah, his parents have a lot of money
so they're
from
rich. Yeah.
from from his from his grandparents. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, but the 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 parents of him didn't study. Didn't study.
Ah,
And like use a lot of money, waste money, yeah.
of course. So
Waste
no
money,
education.
yeah.
Yeah, of course. Got it. But don't worry. It's like, I think maybe someone can call the police, so don't worry about it. So maybe.
They yeah, maybe they called the police, but I saw the neighbor go and say, don't do that. His name is Hao. Yeah, don't do that, Hao, go away. Don't
Ah, but of course he doesn't listen. Yeah.
didn't doesn't
Yeah, of
listen.
course he doesn't care. Like, of course he has no
Exactly.
control on his behavior now. So, of course, definitely he's drawing, so he has no control. So it's better not to think about it. So you shouldn't think about these things. It's not really good for your, I don't know, mental health. Just maybe it makes you really upset and, maybe scared. So it's better not to think about it.
You know,
So,
uh,
yeah,
in the uh 10 years
yeah,
ago or 15 years ago, his family is very rich, very
was rich. Yeah.
rich. Yeah, have a lot of money by his grandparents, and then his parents waste a lot of money and give a lot of money for the youngest is
Yeah.
how give a lot of money to the youngest, and then the youngest waste money, don't like, didn't buy house. he did,
Ah.
he goes to like he goes to fighting. He goes
Oh,
to
really?
Yeah, he goes to fighting. He didn't open the someone's like, when you have money, like maybe when you have a money, some people have money, they'll open a coffee or the restaurant, some things like a company.
Ah, of course, human. So he could use his money in better way, like maybe establishing a company or business, or maybe, I don't know, like a restaurant or a cafe. But unfortunately, he didn't, and he used money in actually a negative way. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But people are different. There is nothing that we can do about it. So we should be careful about our behavior. So what we do. And I think, yeah, the only thing that we should do is, so first is to call the police, and of course is to I just stay
You know,
away from these people, like,
uh,
since they are not, I don't know, like,
you
uh
know,
g- yeah.
you know that he's very bad, strict parents. I didn't like him. He's like always and go. Maybe he can. Maybe one time he drink a lot of alcohol. He goes to my house. Knock.
Oh, okay.
It's
He
not.
broke into without permission. Oh.
Yeah. He hits the door. Yeah. And
Ah,
my dad name is Squawk. Squawk. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
why?
And my dad opened the door and said, what's happened, Hao? What's happened, Hao? And he's like, my, oh my God. And,
Yeah.
and, and, and he's like, oh my God, my wife, buy a lot of golds, like rings, necklace.
Oh,
Yeah, buy a lot of necklace that's gonna buy gold. It's very
yeah.
waste my money. What do you know my dad said?
Oh,
My dad
yeah.
says, my dad said, my, uh, my dad
Yeah.
said, and why you waste money from alcohol?
Yeah.
He said,
Oh.
he say,
So,
He say, "Hey, you know, I do that. I do that. I buy alcohols because I'm sad. I'm sad about my wife. I'm sad about my works." But he didn't have any works. He didn't have any jobs.
so, and how do you know all these? So how do you know them? So it's like, have you seen?
Yeah, I seen that.
You've seen, okay. Well, actually, sorry to hear that. It's like really sad story, like really dramatic, but of course, unfortunately, there is nothing we can do, so it's better not to think about it. So
I very hate him.
yeah, of course you're right. So you should be like, I
I
don't know, maybe I actually we can't judge people. It's like, maybe this person has I don't know, some mental problems. Maybe he needs to talk to, I don't know, psychologist, or for example, maybe he needs to go to doctor, and I don't know, maybe take medicine. So who knows? So actually we can't judge people. We can't decide whether people are good or bad, since we have no idea about their family background, about their past, about the actual relationship, their maybe problems. Okay, so we have nothing. So it's like, it's better just not to think. Of course, you should stay away and just actually try to avoid talking and, I don't know, getting stuck in this type of maybe like conflicts. But about that person, I hope, but I don't know, he can find a way to get rid of this negative habit. But of course, he need to get help from someone, from an expert like doctor, psychologist, and I don't know, someone else like.
Yeah, he didn't go to he didn't go to doctor, but he's like he always he always drink a lot of alcohol.
I know.
He's into alcohol.
Of course. We should say that this is a kind of addiction. So he's addicted. When you have no control, he's addicted.
Yeah,
It means, yeah, of course, it's a kind of addiction. It means you have no control on drinking. So you drink and you have no control. So he's addicted. And I just typed, he was banging on the door. Bang on the door means actually to hit the door loudly and hard. So when someone hits the door loudly and hard, so we say that it's actually he or she is banging the door. So bang on the door, okay?
okay.
Well, okay.
I'm very scared about.
Don't be scared. Don't think about it. Let's do something. In order to change your mood, it's not bad to watch a video. So do you want to watch a video?
Yeah.
Okay, so it can be about New York. Do you want to know about its attractions? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. One moment. Well, okay, let's see. What do we have here? Well,
most iconic cities as one of the most iconic cities in the world, New York City has a lot to offer every type of traveler. This is Katie from Creative Travel Guide, and today we look at the 25 best places to visit in New York City. Looking for more travel tips? Make sure to hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. So the first thing you have to see is the Statue of Liberty, arguably America's most iconic statue.
Yeah.
The Statue of Liberty has to be at the top of your New York bucket list. Built in 1886, Lady Liberty continues to stand tall as a symbol of freedom. Book tickets in advance if you want to head up to the crown of the Statue of Liberty, and always plan to visit in the morning to avoid the queues. Offering breathtaking views of the city, Top of the Rock is a tourist must found in the Rockefeller Center. Take the NBC tour, enjoy a bit of shopping, and then head up to the observation deck to take in an amazing view of the New York City skyline. For another amazing viewpoint, head to the Empire State Building. This is a historic building in itself, and nothing beats heading to the two observatories for views of the city and beyond. On a clear day, you can see the neighboring states. Bright lights and endless crowds, Times Square is the place to be in New York City. We have a guide to the best things to do in Times Square, but remember to check out the fun stores and take an iconic photograph in the middle of the square.
Can you see? It's beautiful.
Whether you are looking for a walk, pedal, or carriage ride, you need to visit Central Park during your time in New York City. This is a huge park, meaning you could easily spend a whole day here. Visit Strawberry Fields, Belvedere Castle, Central Park Zoo, and the lake whilst you're in the park, and remember to pick up a map at one of the visitor centers to avoid getting lost. The next thing you have to do whilst you're in New York City is visit the Brooklyn Bridge. With Gothic architecture, the Brooklyn Bridge is a unique and recognizable landmark in the city. Catch a water taxi across to Brooklyn and then take a walk along the famous bridge on the wood plank walkway. Whilst in Manhattan, make sure to check out Grand Central Terminal. This train station again is iconic and worth a visit whilst you're in New York. The building opened in 1913 as a terminal for the subway and train station, but is known for its beautifully restored ceiling and grand staircase. If you love the theatre, then you must visit Broadway.
Broadway.
We have a whole blog post about how to get cheaper Broadway tickets on our website, Creative Travel Guide, but book tickets in advance if you have a specific show that you want to see. Personally, my top choices are Wicked and The Lion King. Alternatively, you should head to Radio City Music Hall. This famous entertainment venue is a must visit for those that love dance. Watch the Rockettes perform in this Art Deco theatre, or take a backstage tour of this historic building. Paying tribute to almost 3,000 people killed as a result of the attacks on September the 11th, you need to visit the 9/11 Memorial and Museum in New York City. The museum includes artifacts, photos, and videos that represent the story of 9/11, the aftermath, and the impact. Another thing to do whilst you're in New York City is to go on the High Line. So the expanding and exciting High Line is a former rail track that has been transformed into an urban walking trail. This is a public park and walkway that stands above the city, offering a unique oasis in the bustling city that never sleeps. Also known as the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art is one of the most famous museums in the United States. Located across 3 sites, you can find a permanent collection of over 2 million works of art that cross 5,000 years of history. As one of the most famous shopping districts in the US, Fifth Avenue is the place to be if you are looking for some seriously expensive shopping. Expect stores like Tiffany and Saks Fifth Avenue, along with the famous Apple Store. Even if you don't have the budget, there is no harm in window shopping. Head to the top of the One World Trade Center building for fantastic views of the city in this uniquely structured glass building.
Do you like to visit?
Yeah.
Okay, well, now let's talk talk about it. So tell me so far, okay, which parade was more interesting? You found more interesting, and if you had chance to travel to New York, you would definitely visit that place. So, can you tell me?
Liberate State. What is that?
Ah, Statue of Liberty. Of course, yes. So,
Liberty.
statue. Yeah, Statue of Liberty, of course. Well, and now, Sarah, let's see. We have a quiz. Of course, you have no idea about the answer. Just let's guess. Let's see if you can guess. Then we read the text, and of course, we answer the questions. So I will help you. About people live in New York. A or B or C, you think? 2.5, 8.5, 40.
I remember it's B.
You remember how you know it. So, wow. New York City is also called the Big.
The Big Apple.
How do you know that? Really? How do you know?
I guess so.
Okay. Okay. New York Central Park is in
Brooklyn.
no, Manhattan. So yeah, Central Park is in Manhattan, of course. And for around different languages are spoken. So how?
8.
8.
It's very easy. How is 8?
800.
What?
800. Yeah, not 8.
Why? In can you tell them? It's only 100 over 200 countries in the world.
But yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, but you know how many languages are there in the world, do you know? Of course, the number of countries is different actually from the number of languages. Do you know how many? Can you guess?
How many? 1,000?
800 languages only in New York. So it's about, I think it's about maybe, I know that it's more than 7,000, but I'm not sure about actually the exact number, but I know. And let me say something. Do you know that in some countries, there are more than 800 languages?
Oh my God.
Yeah, of course.
I will find it on Google.
Yeah, so what do you find? Okay, for example, I know that maybe, and it's like maybe Indonesia, I'm not sure about it. Maybe it's more than 700. Yeah, so yeah, I know. So it's like over 7,000 languages around the world. So it's not something related to the number of countries. So every country can have different languages, like India, or I don't know, maybe China or other countries. Yeah.
It's over.
I told you. Yeah, of course. 7,138, of course. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, but you know, we have like official languages. So what are official? For example, English, for example, French, Spanish, yeah, Chinese. So they are official UN languages, but of course, we have more, like, you know, more than over 7,000. Oh, so too many. Okay. And now New York taxis are typically, you know, you just watch, you just sit in the window.
White.
No, of course, yellow.
Yellow.
They're yellow. Okay. Well, now we're going to read this text about New York. So let's read and listen. Okay. I think, do you want to read or you want to listen?
I want to read it.
Of course. So New York, read it.
New York is one of the most exciting cities in the world. It's the capital of New York. is the capital of the New York State and the largest cities in the USA, which the population of about
8.5.
8.5 millions. The city's nickname is the Big Apple, and people also call it the city that never sleeps because it's busy day and night.
Busy day and night. History.
History. Over the past 2 centuries, many millions of people have moved to the United States. In the 19th centuries, the what? How can we call it? The
Yeah.
the immigrants.
Immigrants, people who immigrate to another country are called immigrants. Immigrants.
The immigrants were mainly Europeans. By 1850, about 25% of New Yorkers were Irish. The population
Irish.
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 Okay, Irish. The population of New York grew from 2.5 million in 1819 to 7 million in 1930. Since the 1960, the immigrants have been mostly from Latin
Latin. Yeah, Latin America. So this is
America.
America and Asia.
The increase
Latin.
of
Yeah.
people has made New York City one of the most how can we call it?
This incredible mix of people has made New York City one of the most multicultural, it means different culture, multicultural cities in the world.
Today, about 30% of all the New Yorkers were born in another countries, and it's estimated that you can hear over 800 languages in the cities. Some immigrants have created their own neighborhoods, like Little Italy,
Little
Chinatown,
Italy, yeah.
and
And
Spanish Harlem, each of which offers a different experience of New York culture. Teacher,
culture, yes, yes.
do you know in America have a like I don't know what it's called, but it's called New Mexico.
Yeah, okay. So
Why is in America? Why it's called New Mexico?
So what you mean? Why? So let me say, New Mexico is actually state in actually it's southwestern United States. Okay, and why? Let me say something. People in New Mexico are American Spanish. So it's like American Spanish, and so we have it. So I don't know what. And if you want to know, I don't know something about it, you can ask me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next.
So it's like, when we say New Mexico, actually we have mix of Native American and Spanish. So, and that's actually, we can say that this state is really rich state, but actually I mean culture. They have really rich culture. So, New Mexico. Okay, and
Okay, New York life. There are 5 main areas in the city called uh,
called boroughs,
Borough,
Manhattan
Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island.
Island, of course.
Manhattan is the most famous of these, which is tall skyscrapers like Empire State Buildings. To the tallest one is the World Trade Center, which is 541 meters tall. Oh my god, so tall.
Yeah, because
Those
it's skyscraper. So the name indicates skyscraper. So it should be. New Yorkers call Times Square the crossroad of the world.
Whereas New Yorkers come together and celebrate special events, to go to the movies and the theater, and to enjoy street foods from every corner of the world. People that more interested in shopping, fashion, or music hang out in trendy Soho in the south of Manhattan. Manhattan has plenty of green spaces, including the famous Central Park. About 40 million people, New Yorkers as well as tourists, visit the park every year to enjoy walking, cycling, skating, and picnics. From Manhattan is a short walk over Brooklyn Bridge to the borough of Brooklyn. Here, people visit the various street markets or chat with friends. And the more
What are you reading? I can't understand. Okay, louder, slow. Yeah, again. Wow. Okay,
Yorkers go to an area of Brooklyn, called
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, called Coney Island. Here, they escape the stress of city life by relaxing on 3 kilometer long by beach or by having fun at the famous Luna theme
Theme
park.
park, Luna Park theme park. When it's time to go home, New Yorkers can either take the 24-hour subway or catch one of the city's famous yellow taxi cabs. Okay, first of all, let's match these actually highlighted words with definitions. So here, as you can see, let's match them to the meaning. It means very tall buildings, usually in a city. What is that?
Mm,
It's skyscraper. So what is the meaning of skyscraper? Very tall building. It's like, for example, this one or this one. They are skyscrapers, okay? Very tall buildings in cities are called skyscrapers. An informal name for something or someone used instead of a real name. So what is that?
an information name or nickname.
Yeah, of course. Consisting of many different types. Many different types.
Multicultural.
No, varied. Varied means when actually look, people visit the varied street markets, mean different, okay, different, a lot of street markets, okay? So varied means consisting of many different types, so different types of markets, varied. And the number of people living in a particular area.
Multicultural.
No, culture is not people. Number of people who live in a particular area is called population. So population is number of people who live in an area. And we have a system of trains that mainly travel underground. It's train. Underground train is subway. And the last one, areas of a town or city that people live in. Areas of a town or city that people live in. Neighborhood, of course, very good, neighborhood. Now, we're going to answer these questions. How big was the Irish community? Community means group of people. So Irish community in New York in the 1850s. Let's find it. 1850s Irish.
About 35%.
Of course, 25. It was about 25% of the population. Number 2, could you read it, please?
What are the names of the 5 main areas of the city?
Okay, let's name them together. So the first one, okay, is
Is I found it.
Yeah, here you can see main areas in New York called boroughs. First,
Bronx,
Manhattan, of
Brooklyn,
course, Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island. Okay, the next one. Number 3, okay.
How tall
So
is
could
the
you
building in a city?
Yeah, okay. How tall is the tallest? Let's see. How tall? The tallest.
The tallest is the World Trade Center, which is 541 meters tall.
Yeah, no, the name is Empire State. Empire State Building. The tallest is One World Trade Center, which is, okay, so we have skyscraper, so Empire State, and the tallest is World Trade Center, which is 541. And now the next one, which area of New York is good for shopping according to the article? Shopping, 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 shopping. I could find this word here.
Soho in the south of Manhattan.
Soho in the south of Manhattan. Very good, of course. And how can you get from Manhattan to Brooklyn? Manhattan to Brooklyn.
Manhattan to Brooklyn. Where I found it? Borough of Brooklyn. From Manhattan, it's a short walk over the Brooklyn Bridge to get to Borough of Brooklyn.
So you can say, take a short walk over Brooklyn Bridge. So you can take a short walk over Brooklyn Bridge. And the next one, why do people visit Coney Island?
Coney Island. I found it.
Coney Island.
Oh, okay. Coney Island. Coney Island here, they escape the stress of city life by relaxing on a 3 kilometer long beach or by having fun
Okay,
at
this is not beach, this is beach. Beach.
beach.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. And of course, they can have fun at famous Luna Park theme park. Well, and now let's see. Listen. Listen to Fiona talk about her trip to New York and tick the places that you hear. Ready?
Okay, ready.
Okay, 32.
Track 32. Hey Fiona, how was your trip to New York City last weekend?
It was amazing. I had such a good time.
I'm not surprised. I love the Big Apple. And you had good weather too.
I know. That was lucky because we wanted to visit Coney Island on Saturday morning. I love amusement parks.
Me too. Coney Island isn't very big or new, but it's fun. And what about baseball? Did you see a game?
No, we didn't have enough time, but my dad and I took a tour of Yankee Stadium on Saturday afternoon. That was cool.
What other things did you see in New York?
Well, we visited Times Square, of course. That was Saturday evening. I took lots of selfies. And after that, I went up to the top of the Empire State Building. The view was incredible.
What about MoMA? You know, the Museum of Modern Art. Did you go? That's one of my favourite places.
No, we didn't go there this time. I love MoMA, but my parents wanted to go shopping.
Where? On Fifth Avenue?
No, things are too expensive on Fifth Avenue. We went to Brooklyn on Sunday. I love the second-hand clothing shops there.
And for lunch, where did you go?
To Chinatown. You know I love Chinese food. It was delicious. And after lunch, we decided to visit the Museum of Chinese in America. We learned a lot about Chinese immigrants in the 19th century.
And what else? Did you visit Liberty Island?
No, we were only there for 2 days, and I've seen the Statue of Liberty before.
I wonder, when did they build the Statue of Liberty?
They finished the statue in 1886. But did you know that it came from France? It was a gift from the French government.
Yes, I know that. Well, it sounds like you had a busy time in New York.
We did. Oh, and I didn't tell you about Sunday evening. We went out for dinner to the Hard Rock Cafe, and you won't believe who I saw there.
Who? Lady Gaga? Come on, tell me.
Okay, so the Statue of Liberty, yes or no?
Yeah.
The Statue of Liberty, yes or no?
I remember it have Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty, of course, yes, yeah. And the next one?
No.
No, of course. John F. K, of course. Kennedy Airport or JFK, of course. Chinatown.
Yeah.
Times Square.
Of course.
And Bronx Zoo.
No.
No. And Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Okay. And Central Park.
No.
Coney Island.
Yeah.
Okay. Museum of Modern Art. MoMA.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And Yankee Stadium.
No.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, of course, yes. Okay, don't worry. So don't worry. Actually, we're going to listen again since we're going to decide whether statements are true or false. So let's see and tell me. Listen and tell me if the statements are true or false. Well,
Track 32.
Hey, Fiona. How was your trip to New York City last weekend?
It was amazing. I had such a good time.
I'm not surprised. I love the Big Apple. And you had good weather too.
I know. That was lucky because we wanted to visit Coney Island on Saturday morning. I love amusement parks.
Me too. Coney Island isn't very big or new, but it's fun. And what about baseball? Did you see a game?
No, we didn't have enough time. But my dad and I took a tour of Yankee Stadium on Saturday afternoon. That was cool.
What other things did you see in New York?
Well, we visited Times Square, of course. That was Saturday evening. I took lots of selfies. And after that, I went up to the top of the Empire State Building. The view was incredible.
What about MoMA? You know, the Museum of Modern Art. Did you go? That's one of my favourite places.
No, we didn't go there this time. I love MoMA, but my parents wanted to go shopping.
Where? On Fifth Avenue?
No, things are too expensive on Fifth Avenue. We went to Brooklyn on Sunday. I love the second-hand clothing shops there.
And for lunch, where did you go?
To Chinatown. You know I love Chinese food. It was delicious. And after lunch, we decided to visit the Museum of Chinese in America. We learned a lot about Chinese immigrants in the 19th century.
And what else? Did you visit Liberty Island?
No, we were only there for 2 days, and I've seen the Statue of Liberty before.
I wonder, when did they build the Statue of Liberty?
They finished the statue in 1886. But did you know that it came from France? It was a gift from the French government.
Yes, I know that. Well, it sounds like you had a busy time in New York.
We did. Oh, and I didn't tell you about Sunday evening. We went out for dinner to the Hard Rock Cafe, and you won't believe who I saw there.
Who? Lady Gaga? Come on, tell me.
Well, Fiona went to Coney Island on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
It's true?
No, I remember it's false.
So why it's false?
She goes to Saturday morning.
She went, okay, so they went on Saturday morning, of course, and to
They didn't have enough to see a baseball game. Yeah, they didn't have enough.
Of course, they didn't have enough time. Of course, yes. Okay. And the next one, 3.
3. Fiona went to Times Square before lunch on Saturday. No.
So it's false. Why?
Because I went in evening.
Yeah, very good. And Fiona's parents didn't want to visit art museum.
I think it's true.
Yeah, you think it's true, of course, and you're right. They didn't visit the Statue of Liberty this time.
No, they visit statue.
No, they didn't. No, this time they didn't. We heard the name Statue of Liberty, but they didn't visit since, of course, they've already visited this area before. And 6, Fiona had dinner in Chinatown on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, it's false or true?
It's true.
No, it's false.
Why?
She had lunch. She had lunch in Chinatown. Do you remember? Not dinner.
Okay, dinner.
Yeah, of course. She had lunch in Chinatown on Sunday, not dinner. Perfect. Okay, actually, Sarah, I want you to talk about somewhere like New York City, but in your country. Like a city, or for example, I don't know, somewhere that you can talk about and tell me about that city or town, where it is, and tell me if it has a nickname, why it's, for example, good tourist attraction.
Okay. In my country, I remember.
So what?
Oh,
What's, for example, I don't know, like Ho Chi Minh City or
Ho Chi Minh cities have a lot of buildings. It's very have in a long time. Maybe
skyscapers, human skyscapers?
no, not skyscrapers.
Okay.
Cafe, awesome shops, stores, shopping mall in Ho Chi Minh City is very modern. But cafe like they makes like in 19th century, make like in 19th century, 18th, 19th, 20th
Yeah, of
yeah, the
course.
centuries.
And tell me, so you have two, I think, large cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. So which one is bigger, is larger?
The
Do you
Hanoi
know?
capital. The Hanoi is capital and is
Oh, Hanoi is capital of Vietnam. Yeah, yeah, got it. Okay, and which one has more green spaces, much more green spaces?
what's that mean?
Green space, like parks, greenery, like this area.
Oh,
Which one is, yeah?
Hanoi.
Yeah, very good. Hanoi, okay. And which one is more lively? Like, for example, when you go out at night, everyone is outside, so markets, the city is lively, full of life.
Yeah, full of lives. Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City both.
Yeah, both of them. Very good.
In the night, like Times Squares.
Yeah. Ah, good. Okay, very good. Well, okay. Shara, we talked about New York and you were great. Excellent. Actually, I didn't expect that, but you were really good. Of course, you can easily talk, and of course, you can easily get detailed. And of course, yeah, reading comprehension was perfect. You could get the detail, answer the questions. So that was really good. Yeah. Okay, well, we should skip this part. So let me stop recording since we don't need it anymore.